Okay, are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, it's already recording. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to SweetiePods. Welcome to my second episode. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Cut the music. All right, so we got the music cut it, y'all. That was my intro. That's what I started. I started today. I made the little intro beat. I made it myself. So y'all tell me what y'all think. On my website, I have a place for you guys to give me feedback. So let me know what you think about my intro. I'm gonna have all kinds of crazy intros. So just stay tuned for it. Okay, so welcome to my second episode. We are going to be talking about vision today. So everybody knows, when you have a goal in life, okay, you have a goal and you know that you want to reach that goal by any means necessary, right? And so you're just focused on the goal, right? You spend too much time focusing on a goal. You're telling your family, your friends, your coworkers, I'm just going to tell everybody what I'm about to do so that they can know my next move. So that's not always a good thing. Certain things, you just can't tell people certain things about your visions in life, your timelines, what you plan on doing. You just can't tell everybody that. And you can't always tell your family that, because, your family, they have different views, of you. They have different views of you. They view your life differently from you. Everybody wants to be a boss of something. Everybody can't be a boss like me. You know what I'm saying? So, but, so like family, friends, coworkers, they're not always going to have those same views. Sometimes certain people might start hating. They might be like, well, dang, I didn't want her to do that. Let me try to talk her or him or her out of doing that. I want to try it first. So it's not always good to tell people what you're doing. Sometimes when the Lord gives you a vision and, it's not clear to everyone else. The Lord gives you a vision, that's for you. You keep that to yourself. And then once you get there and you get it how you wanna, and you're already starting it, then you go ahead. Because when you tell people your visions in life, the things that you're gonna do, your goals, whatever you wanna call them, when you tell people those things, they're gonna start giving you unsolicited advice. Advice that you didn't even ask for, you didn't want, you were just sharing with them. Hey, I'm thinking about doing this. Hey, I'm getting ready to do this. You didn't ask them for their advice, but yet they're giving you their advice. And so, sometimes, people get offended. Sometimes people, they don't always like to hear what everybody has to say when they're telling them something. But you can't really be mad at them because you open up that door. You put yourself in that situation. So what I have found, and I'm speaking for experience, because I used to be so transparent, if that's how you say it. I used to be an open book. I used to tell everybody, well, not everybody, my friends and my family, things that I was getting ready to do. I would tell everybody, I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm getting ready to do this. And, then I would have people tell, oh, you got too much going on. You just need to slow it down. And, I'm just like, well, dang, you live my life or something? My life better than me. Outside looking in, I know it can look that way. But at the same time, I know how much I can handle. So, I wasn't necessarily mad at them, And when I say them, I mean parents. And when I say parents, I'm including my in-laws as well with my parents. So I wasn't really I couldn't be mad at them, my parents, my friends. I couldn't be mad at them because of the simple fact that I told them this. And, some of them gave me unsolicited advice. And I'm like, well, you the one, Matisha, talk to myself. I'm like, you're the one who told them this. You opened up this door, and so now this is the consequence of this. Sometimes it's just better to just, Keep things to yourself until you get them to where you want to be. And so, and a lot of times, and this is what I found, sometimes like when I have goals set for myself, I'm so focused on the goal, right? I'm so focused on trying to get to that point. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm at point A and I'm trying to get to point Z. And I'm like, I'm just focused on point Z, trying to get there, that I sometimes forget to enjoy the moment of going through the phase to get to point Z. So I'm saying that because when you have goals and you have vision, you know, for your life, you know, you don't want to just focus on getting to that destination you want or achieving that goal. You also want to enjoy the experiences that you are facing getting to that point. You know, it's not always that, you know, people are trying to be negative, you know, when they're telling you things. It's just, you know, like I said, they don't see it how you see it. So, I mean, you just have to look at it that way, I guess. I mean, just get it done and just let them be like, how, you know, like there's different situations. Like my sister, yeah, I'm gonna say my sister. I'm not gonna say her name, but I'm gonna say my sister. So my sister comes to me and she's like, Matisha, you know, she has certain situations go on. I'm not going to speak on those situations too much, but she has certain situations come on. And so she's like, yeah, they're just so negative and, you know, I can't stand it, you know? And I'm just like, you know, sis, you just got to be positive about things in life. Like, if you're on a job, let me back up. I'm going to my next topic here because I'm just going in and I didn't even tell you guys where I'm going. So I already talked about vision. You know, just keep your visions to yourself sometimes. And if people don't understand it, if you tell them because you're so excited about it, you know, try to just wait it out. Don't tell them so far unless it's somebody that is always been supportive of everything that you've ever done. You know, I have friends like that. They're always supportive. You know, I'm also supportive of them, of anything that they do. I have family that I do that too. So, I mean, you only want to share those things with people that you know are going to be supportive. You know, like, you don't have to question it. You just have to believe, you know, just believe like, yeah, this is what's going to happen. This is how this is going to happen. This is how I'm going to get there. And, you know, you just got to trust the process. You know, you don't have to rely on people and their past life experience, because when they experienced those things, it was a different time, you know, and right now, you know, this is the younger generation, you know, so we ain't really with that old stuff, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, and, so when you have a goal that you have, you know, set for yourself, just take your time, go through the flow, and enjoy the experiences that you're going through while you're trying to get to your end result. So, you know, that's pretty much sums up vision. I might come back to it, you know, whatever. But next thing I want to talk about is, you know, now, it's not only my sister. I have quite a few people, you know, they talk about things like being on their job and or being in college or, you know, whatever it is, you know, and it's like the people that's around them, you know, they're kind of like it comes off as negative because how they're always acting and, you know, and so a lot of the times, you know, people don't always know how to process that. Now, speaking from my own experience, everybody that knows me knows that I will walk in a room full of 50,000 people. I don't care how many it is. And I will speak and I will be the most happiest person in that room, and then everybody be looking at like, why this girl coming in here so saucy? But I'm just like, you know, this is God given, y'all. This ain't me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to try to wipe some of this sauce off me, but you can't do this because it's God given. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm so saucy. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I walk in a room full of people and, I just be myself and, people just, they just come and they vibe with me and whatnot. But, like, you just never know what someone is going through throughout their day. You just never know. So if it's you coming in and being that positive energy that they need, then do that. Just do it. Like, just because they want to be negative, rude, or whatever the case may be, you can't let that affect you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to understand that they're going through something. So they probably trying to find somebody to take it out on, but you got to know how to throw that thing back. You got to know how to throw it back at them. But you want to throw it back at them in a positive way. So, whether it's your manager, a family member. Now, I want to say this because it's a different story with my family. Now, if I'm upset with my family and I walk into a room, I walk into a house with them, if I'm upset with them, I'm not going to speak. Because I want them to know, yeah, I'm upset with you. Don't be coming up trying to talk to me like everything cool, like everything's frosty. Because it's not. You know what I'm saying? We ain't cool right now. And I ain't finished processing what just happened. I haven't finished processing that yet. So, I want my family to know. But if it's somebody else, people that I don't know and they just having a bad day, I'm gonna be positive. And I don't mean that in a negative way when I say I want my family to know. Because, yeah, I want them to know what they did. I want them to know that I'm not over it yet. But at the same time, like, I'm still gonna, love on them and stuff after a while. After I settle down and I have to, Jesus, help me, please, help me, please, help me bite my tongue. Something, because my family, I'm gonna be real with my family. I ain't biting my tongue. I don't care. They get mad. They don't like me. Nobody cannot like me. I mean, come on. Like, if you don't like me, I'm not even going to go there. Because you know what? It's not possible to not like me. Like, somehow, some way, I will figure out a way to, let's see. Is it make amends with the relationship or something? Repair the relationship? What have you? And so, Blake, are you awake now? Oh, my husband he's still asleep. I opened up. I thought he was awake, but I guess he's not. But anyway, like I was saying, I'll find a way to, repair the relationship and get us back to where we have to be. Because, communication is key. And communication is key not only in relationships. Communication is key throughout your life. Like, you have to talk and you have to speak your truth to people. You have to be honest with yourself. And honest with that person, regardless if it hurts their feelings or not. You have to tell them the truth. Like, I could drop a penny on the floor and my mama could be like, Matisse, you being disrespectful. And I'd be like, Mom, for real, for a penny? Seriously? I'm being disrespectful for a penny? So, that's just my mama. But Lord, I be trying my hardest, but she sometimes she can be over the top. Now, I love my mama now. Y'all better not be trying to come for my mama, because I'm trying to tell you now. But anyway, you just have to be positive in every situation. You just have to, like I tell my kids, you got a brain, use it. So just think about things. Like, somebody could post a picture on Facebook and you'll go into 10 million thoughts about that picture and be like, oh, okay, they flexing. They were just talking about this the other week and there ain't no way in the world this going on. So like, when you see people that you don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. Like, you have days where you're just like, look, I'm going to work. I ain't got time for nobody to be sitting up here I ain't got time for that. You know what I'm saying? So if you can sit here and start your day off that way and like, I'm going into work, I don't want to hear nothing from nobody, better leave me alone, I got this going on, this, And then you go to work and you have that attitude, and when somebody comes to you and then they be like, oh, she in her feelings today, then you want to sit here and you want to try to get upset or something. But you got to also think about that when you're at work or wherever you are. You want to think about that, from the other person's perspective. Like, okay, if they have a bad attitude, if you're at a restaurant and the waiter seems rude, you know what I'm saying? You're like, oh, I'm not leaving her no tip. Like, you got to think about it. Like, what the people in the kitchen doing to her? Like, are they messing up her tips? They're not getting the food out fast enough. They're not cooking the food right. Like, you gotta think about all these things the same way you would think of it if someone posted a picture on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, wrote a post or something. Like, you have to think about all of those things. You gotta think about the bigger picture here. The bigger picture here, okay? I'm actually moving my hands like you guys can see me. But you gotta think about the bigger picture and try to understand, like, okay, these I don't know if y'all can hear that, but one of the twins they're getting upset. They're crying. They're interrupting my podcast. Oh my goodness. So you gotta think about the bigger picture. You gotta, try to understand, like, okay, yeah, I have days like this where I'm going through stuff and I don't feel like being bothered. And, here these people are, they have days where they experience the same thing. Like, don't forget that everybody is human, okay? Everybody is human. Everybody goes through the same thing. Well, not the same things, but, people go through things in life. And, it's about the experience and how you handle those things. So, how you were having a bad day, and let's say, like, okay, here's an example. If I'm having a bad day, it's going to show. You're going to be able to tell, because I'm not going to be smiling or nothing like that. And, I'll try. Well, I can't really say that, because when I was at work, like, I don't really think that anyone could ever tell if I had a bad day. I always remember people telling me, oh, you're just this happy person, you're so bubbly and stuff like that. And like, like the people that I used to work with, they were pretty much, I don't want to say, like, maybe they didn't talk that much. Like, when I met my mother-in-law, my grandmother-in-law, my uncle-in-law, and my aunt-in-law, they did not talk. And even those coworkers, they did not talk at all. Like, it was like I had to hook them or something. I don't know. Whatever. I had to do something in order to get these people to talk. Like, it was like if I was having a conversation, like in the beginning, if I was having a conversation with them, it was like I would be talking to the wall. And the next thing you know, they'd be like, all right, well, talk to you later. Like, these people would not talk. And so I remember working, and I'm going to call this person M. I was sitting in front of, M and T, that's what I call them. Miss T and M. Miss M and Miss T. Okay. So I was sitting on the row with Miss M and Miss T, and Miss T was always, she would always speak and stuff, and, me and her hit it off right off bat. But Miss M, she was challenging me. She was like, Matisha, you gonna try to talk to me? Because I ain't gonna talk to you. Nah, she wasn't like that. But Miss M was like, she was pretty serious, But after a while, she just couldn't resist it, because it was like I would come around and I'd be goofy sometimes, and I'd just, say little things, and, and I finally got her to start talking, and and she started smiling more, and I enjoyed her. Like, she sat in front of me, so we talked, and I had a few other people that sat around me and stuff, but like, I was able to get those people to talk. And like, sometimes it's better, like I said, communication is key. It's better to just talk to people and be positive. Even when they're trying to be negative, you always want to try to be positive. Find the good in every situation. Don't just look at it as, I got a flat tire. Dang. oh, I got to spend this money. Oh, I got to go here. Oh, I got to do this. Oh, I got to call somebody for a ride. No, just be thankful, Lord. I'm thankful I still got my life. I'm thankful I got the money to buy me another tire. I'm thankful I got this person I can call on to take me to get a tire. Just try to be positive about every situation. Like I said, when I first met my in-laws, they weren't talking much. I got them to talking, and now they be wanting me to talk. And now I'm to the point where I'm just like, bruh, but I'm to the point now where I'm just like, I'm kind of being reserved right now, because it's I'm trying to get through setting up this podcast. So, I got some things that I'm working on and I'm trying to get through. So it's like, and plus, just giving birth to, to those twins, those two little girls, it's like, oh my goodness. It's like, whew, you got to work around them. They the boss right now. And I'm not used to them, them being the boss, because I'm the boss. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I got them to start talking. But the only person that I could not get to talk, like I couldn't call up on the phone and be like, hey, aunt-in-law. Like, I would call her on the phone, but when I call my aunt-in-law on the phone, I will actually have a conversation with her voicemail. So I'd be calling, I'd just be having a full conversation, just talking, you know what I'm saying? And then, like, the little, we'll call her Jelly. I like Jelly. We'll call her Jelly. The little Jelly person that come on when you leaving a voicemail and they be like, okay, time exceeded or something like that, whatever they say. And then they say, press this button to play back. And so I record it and I play it back and listen to it myself. And then I delete it. And, she would never get the voicemail. But, I would call the phone and, just have a conversation with the voicemail. Just like me talking to her. I won't really talk about nothing. But, just enjoying. No, I'm just joking. I just thought that was funny though. But anyway, yeah, and my uncle-in-law, a few months ago, I think I finally experienced my uncle-in-law and my aunt-in-law with them being some true clowns. Oh my goodness, those two people are some clowns. When I tell y'all clowns, they are clowns. They are hilarious. I just be like, y'all is just too much. But nobody is funnier than my brother. Now, my brother, oh my goodness, let me tell you guys. Don't play with my brother now, cause he is not, I don't know how to say this, but he is a blessed individual, and he gonna be somebody. But this man is too crazy. My brother, now let me tell y'all, he's top of the line crazy. Y'all think I'm crazy and funny and all this other stuff, but that man right there, oh my goodness, you just have to be around him to understand him. I can't say some of the stuff that this boy be saying, but he's still like, he's disrespectful too. I guess he can be disrespectful, but he just has a I don't care. Like I don't care. I don't give. I don't care. So I mean, he's just hilarious. Certain things he did. I can't. Oh goodness, certain things that he does just trips me out. Like, he is off the chain. And I'm just saying that because I was just talking about people being funny, because everybody's funny, you know what I'm saying? They all funny, everybody's funny. I like to laugh, I try to find humor in almost anything. But going back to the whole situation, you know what I'm saying, like, just be positive about the situation. Just because someone is having a bad day, right? Just because they're having a bad day and they're trying to take that out on you, you don't have to sit here and get offended by it. You don't have to sit here and be like, oh, I'm gonna tell this person off, because nah, just chill out. You know what I'm saying? Just understand they had one of them days that you had probably last week. So just chill out, calm yourself down, and understand that the Lord got his hand in it. It's gonna work out. You know what I'm saying? So just let it go on by. I gotta drink some water. Okay. So throat getting dry. I've been talking for 25 minutes now. My throat is like, okay, and then you drink some water. But anyway, just try to get that whole situation, under control. Like, you control the situation. Be the bigger person. And I want to go back to vision real quick, because I just remembered I wanted to say something about that. Like, what I was saying about it earlier is, like, I want to talk about the family part more, because sometimes when you try to tell your family something that you're doing, especially your parents, like, you have to understand. Like, I couldn't go to my daddy and be like, Dad, well, back when I was younger, you know what I'm saying, like 18, 19, 20, my early 20s again, I couldn't go to my dad and be like, Dad, I'm thinking about get me a car. You know what I'm saying? I didn't save this much money. I want to get me a car. I'm trying to get me a house. I want to find me a job. I want to do this, right? I couldn't go to my dad and just come out and say that, without him feeling some type of way about it. You want to know why? Because he still views me as, that's my little girl. That's my little knock-knock. That's what my dad calls me, his little knock-knock. I guess because I always used to hit my head on stuff. And that's probably why my head messed up sometimes when you talk to me. But anyway, we ain't going to get into that. But, my dad calls me his little knock-knock. So he's not, like, if I tell him those things, he's probably going to be like, nah, I think you should chill out. Let me do what I'm doing for you right now. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta understand, that's the view. Like, his view on me is, that's my little girl. That's forever my baby. I raised her, I did this, blah, blah, blah. So he's not gonna process that the same way as if, you go to your friend and be like, hey girl, I'm getting ready to go get me a card, get this high, la la la, whatever, She'll be like, all right, girl, you go ahead, girl, you doing it big, I hear you. Or she might be like, child, I don't think you should do that. Now, if she say that, then you need to go find you a new friend. But all jokes aside, like, you got to understand that certain people in your family, they have, like, especially if they raised you or, been around you, pretty much your whole life, if you have a close family, you have to understand that these people, have views on you, like, this is my little niece, this is my little daughter-in-law, this is my little TT, whatever. So they're not gonna see it how you see it when you're trying to, better yourself. They're not gonna have that same view. And just because they don't have that does not mean that it's negative. You just have to understand and know how to process it. And how you process it is, listen to them. Listen to what they're saying. Respect what they're saying. But at the same time, if you are in your early 20s, and you're to that point in your life, then you got to make moves for yourself. You got to go ahead and make those big moves. But at the same time, you want to make sure you're in a good situation to make these moves. Because there's no point in you making a move, right? Like, there's no point in me making a move, like trying to buy a car or something like that, if I don't have the proper funding and I don't have myself set up to do those things. And then I got to rely back on my parents. And I got to be like, well, mom, dad, or, whoever, my husband, somebody. I'd be like, look, I need help. I need help doing this, da 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 da. I mean, they're your parents. I feel my parents obligated to help me, as long as they can. And, as long as I need help, you gonna help me. Okay? Point blank, period. But I don't really need no help right now. But I'm just saying, if I was younger, and, those things were going on, then, it wouldn't be no point for me to try to make no big moves like that because I'm not ready yet. So, sometimes, like I said, if you don't have all your ducks in a row yet, don't open up that big flapper. Okay? Keep it closed. Don't just keep it closed. Okay? Because, everybody's just, they're just not gonna see it how you see it. So, don't get upset. Like, just, keep going. That's one of the experiences right there. Like, you trying to get to this goal, and then you did this, but you got to learn how to enjoy that and flip that around and make it positive. Like, yeah, you doing this, okay, I'm still gonna go. And when you actually do it, they scratching their head like, how did this happen? How in the world, But hey, I don't really want to talk on the friends thing about views and stuff because everybody got good friends and bad friends. I'm pretty sure people have different type of relationship with certain type of friends. I know I do. I know I have different type of relationships with different type of friends, and I'm not like all of my friends don't know the same thing about me. Everybody knows different things about me that I want them to know. My husband knows everything about me. My husband knew things about me that I ain't even tell my family or anybody else. You know what I'm saying? And so, that just works for me. You got to find what works for you. If you got a good friend, you feel comfortable telling that good friend everything, go for it. But just make sure that good friend ain't going behind your back and telling stuff. You know what I'm saying? And just make sure that good friend is, not questioning why you're doing certain things and telling you, oh, you shouldn't do it. And then you sitting up here like, well, you ain't really going through the situation, but you trying to tell me. Like, come on. Like, that's just like me being married and, I have a single friend and they're trying to give me advice. Like, do you really think that I'm going to take advice from a single person? No. Like, I'm gonna be sitting here thinking to myself, like, they're trying to tell me something like, okay, for example, why are you cooking? Why are you cooking for that man? Girl, you tired, go lay down, let that man cook for himself. I'm just like, hold up, wait a second, rewind. No. You're single, okay? And with that mindset, you're probably gonna stay single, honey. So, like, if you have that type of friend, like, you probably want to be mindful what you say because, I'm not saying that in a negative way, but you just, you got to understand that you can't take advice from that person because that person is not in the same situation as you. Yeah, they might have a family member or something like that is, that's going through something or that's been talking about it with them. But at the same time, your situation is not the same situation as theirs. So, you probably want to take that, or what do people say, like a grain of salt or something like that. But, just be mindful. Just be mindful about everything that you are doing at this point. Just be very mindful of it. Take it in, process it, and, just make the best out of it. And like I said, don't forget to enjoy the whole situation while you're going through it. I mean, like my husband, he's just over there sleeping. You know what I'm saying? Like, we supposed to be doing this together, but this man over there catching them Z's. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is supposed to be a team effort. And I know he was waiting for me the whole time, but I was trying to, cook and everything else, and then, I fed him, and he just went to sleep on me, Like, where they do that at? So, episode 3 will be coming soon, and I will be having my husband on episode 3. Matter of fact, just stay tuned for episode 3, because I have no idea exactly what episode 3 is going to be about. I don't know if y'all just heard that just now, but I just said I don't know exactly what episode 3 is going to be about right now, so just stay tuned. But I do know that my husband will be on episode 3. Also, I hope I wasn't breathing hard in the mic. When I first recorded my podcast, everybody was like, it was my mama, y'all. I'm trying to tell you. I'm just joking, y'all. I love my mama. She just trying to make me be the best me out here. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, she was like, Tisha, you need to stop breathing so hard in the mic. So I'm like, okay. I got my little mic and I got the little wave thing over it, and I'm kind of sitting back some, so I'm not as close. Now this is me talking real close, so I don't know if I'm breathing, but I'm sitting back now. So so hopefully it's picking up everything I'm saying pretty well. But yeah, so I think I pretty much talked about everything that I wanted to talk about in this show. It's kind of getting late now, and I gotta go to sleep, guys. So thank you guys for tuning in. And sweetie, let me tell you, it's not just for girls. Men can be sweet too. No, I'm just saying that because I'm about to end my podcast right now. So sweetie, let me tell you, you are sweet. Good night. Wait a second, cut, rewind. Don't go to sleep yet. I forgot to mention that the podcast was approved for iTunes. Yay! Okay, so if you have an iPhone, go to iTunes and subscribe to my podcast in iTunes, and I will update you guys when it is on Google and Android and all those other places, so you can listen to it wherever your social platform is. So just stay tuned. Again, thank you guys for listening. If you're listening in the morning, good morning. Have a great day. But for me, it's good night, everybody.